I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I'm fearing about what the future might hold for all digital gaming. In this video, I'm gonna be explaining why. Now let's get on to the video. Now, of course, many of you probably already heard that Nintendo had already shut down the Wii U eShop. Now that's a big hitter. Now, if you were a person who paid $60 for The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD, for Splatoon 1, and then also Skyward Sword on Nintendo Wii via backwards compatibility on the Wii U. Now, you probably paid that much on the Wii U, on the eShop. And then now all of a sudden, those games gonna be gone. I mean, of course, the eShop, I really don't know. I don't know if you could go ahead and go download the games you paid for, but all I know is that the eShop is closed down, and I don't even know if you could be able to download the games that you bought, which is really fucked up. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, that's really messed up. You paid $60, your hard-earned money, for these Nintendo games, and Nintendo is taking it away from you because they're like, you know what, the Wii U was a failure, we're focusing on the Switch now. Now, I'm kind of fearing for the all-digital future. Like, excuse me about the background noise, by the way. Now, I'm fearing about all-digital gaming. Like, I'm really fearing it because, let's say, let me turn my camera around. All right, there we go. All right, because let's just say that the Nintendo Switch, people are hyped. I'm looking at it on Twitter. People are hyped for the new Splatoon 3. They are hyped. I'm not hyped for that. I'm not hyped for Xenoblade 3. I'm not hyped for those two games. My main focus is getting Mario Strikers on the Switch. But here's the issue here. This is the issue. I've been debating if I should get the digital version. But I put myself on hold because if I do get the digital version, let's say if Nintendo crap out another console in the future. Let's just say, and then the Switch is dead. Like, it's gone. Like, meaning that I'm just saying that the Switch era has ended and Nintendo's focusing on the new console, and then once the new console of Nintendo gets populated, they're gonna close down the Nintendo eShop. They're gonna close it down on the Switch. They're gonna close down the Nintendo eShop on the Switch, and you're not gonna be able to download that Splatoon 3 that you paid for. You're not gonna be able to download that Xenoblade Chronicles 3 that you paid for and downloaded. Now, this is the issue that I'm fearing, and Nintendo does not even give a crap. They do not care. They do not care about their fan base. Like, let's just be honest here, they did not care about their fan base. Like, you paid $60 for these games, and Nintendo make a new console, and let's say if that new console gets populated, and then later on, they're gonna just shut down the Nintendo eShop for the freaking Nintendo Switch. Now, here's where I'm going about this. I was thinking about for Mario Strikers, because that's the only game I'm only focusing on for Nintendo for this year, for Nintendo. I'm thinking about getting the physical copy, because physical games, they don't get taken away from you by Nintendo. You just go to a store, buy it. I have the copy in my hand. My Pokemon Legends video. Thank goodness I got a physical copy of that. Go to the store, buy the game, and you have it. Like, if Nintendo were to like shut down the Nintendo eShop for the Switch in the future because they focusing on the new Nintendo console, then you're fine. You have the physical copies of Nintendo Switch games. It's not gonna hurt you. Now, this is the issue. Like, Xbox is preserving their games. Like, they're doing backwards compatibility with their games. But PlayStation and Nintendo, they ain't gonna do it. Like so far for their online, all they're doing is just throwing bits of titles, old titles, on their online service, but it's not all of them. It's not all of them. Like PlayStation, for example, like they're throwing their PS3 games for their online service, but it's not all the PS3 games. It's only some of them. It's not all of them. Let's just be real here. They're not doing all of the games. Same for Nintendo for Nintendo 64. Like they skipped out on the original OG Smash Brothers game. They skipped out on it. Excuse me, have to switch my camera around because my left arm is getting tired holding the camera. But yeah, you get what I mean. Like, guys, please, just don't hype these games up, because even if you do, and if you get the physical copy, you can hype it up because you're gonna keep it forever. But if you get the digital copy, don't hype this game up and just get the digital copy. Don't hype it up, because it hit me when I'm seeing videos of Nintendo removing the Wii U eShop, and they did the same thing for previous gaming consoles that they had. They did the same thing. There's gonna be a rinse and repeat. They're gonna do it for Nintendo Switch pretty soon when the new console come out, and they focus on that. Like, this is a wake-up call for us. We have to, for Nintendo games, we're gonna have to focus on getting physical games only, because Nintendo does not care about preserving their games and bringing it over. And if they do bring it over to the new Nintendo console, they're gonna make us charge for it again. Look at Mario Kart 8, a Wii U title. We're paying $60 again for that game. Look at Pikmin 3, a Wii U title, paying another $60 for that game again. Like, this is just really nonsense. I'm really getting tired of it. Like, and they getting rid of the eShop on the Wii U. We don't have Twilight Princess HD on the Switch. Like, and we don't have Wind Waker HD on the Switch. Like, all of this is just mind-blowing that we don't have all these games on the Switch. Oh man, my arm's getting tired holding this phone up. But yeah, you guys, like, I'm really fearing for the future when it comes with all digital games. Like, for Nintendo games, just get your games physical. Like, if you're hyped for Pikmin 3 and Xenoblade 3, just get them physical. Like, I already learned my lesson already. I wish I would have just got Xenoblade 2 physical, but I'm not excited for Xenoblade 3 or Pikmin 3, because why would I be excited for the games that I just barely bought and they're already coming out with a new one? I barely just bought Xenoblade 2. I barely just bought, well, I wouldn't say I barely bought Splatoon 2, but I don't feel like already paying for, like, if, like, it doesn't make any sense. I'm already focusing on Mario Strikers. Like, I'm already focused on Mario Strikers. Like, why would I want to pay for freaking Splatoon 3, another $60 game, and then all these other $60 games and all these other games that's coming out? No, man. And then not only that, if I get digital on them, Nintendo is not going to preserve their games. When the new Nintendo console come out, they're gonna get rid of the Switch eShop, just like they did to the Wii U, and you're not gonna be able to download that digital Splatoon 3 or Xenoblade 3 that you bought. Just get a physical game. Especially Splatoon 2 is an online Splatoon 2. Splatoon series are an online game only. Except for Splatoon 2, because it has story mode content. I don't know if Splatoon 3 will, but let's be honest, you're buying Splatoon for the online. But it's going to be an online only game, to be honest with you. But this is a wake-up call, you guys. We're gonna have to take action. Like, we're gonna have to just stop buying digital games. I know you guys love digital games and it's convenient because you don't have to go to the store, but even though it's convenient, we're gonna lose that digital game that you bought. That digital game that you bought digitally is gonna go away. I'm not lying. Like, look at Nintendo's history of them closing previous Nintendo eShops. I don't know if they closed the Nintendo 3DS eShop. They probably did, I don't know. But all I know is the Wii U has been confirmed to be closed. So far, I'm thinking goodness the PlayStation fans fall back on the PS Vita store, and then PlayStation listened. But however, guess what? PlayStation listened, but I don't think Nintendo's gonna listen. I bet you some people did fight back, just like how the PlayStation Vita, how people in the PlayStation Vita store did. But Nintendo's not gonna care. They're not gonna care. They always stay anti-consumer with their customers. They don't listen to their customers at all. If they did, we would have had like all these other Nintendo games that we wanted already. And not only that, we would have had Virtual Console. Instead, they're making you pay $60 a year for a freaking garbage Nintendo online service with a slap on Nintendo 64 emulator. And it's bad too. And then we even have the original Smash Brothers in it too. So I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I'm not even paying for that service. I'm not. Like, I'm getting tired of these companies. I'm tired of MiHoYo. I'm tired of Nintendo. I'm tired of EA. Like, I'm reaching my boiling point. Like, I'm just gonna boycott. And I mean boycotts. I'm not gonna give them any money. I'll probably play the game, but Nintendo's gonna be kind of hard because if the game is good, I'm gonna get it. But however, I'm gonna get a physical copy. I'm not gonna get a digital copy because I know Nintendo's business practice. So yeah, so now, starting right now, when I post this video, if I'm getting a Nintendo game, I'm getting it physical. That's the plan, not digital. Now, I kind of messed up because all the games I already have in my library right now, they're mostly digital. Now, I'm going to have to find a way. See, that's another reason why I'm not getting any other new games this year. Because I'm going to try to find a way to get Skyward Sword HD physical because I like that game. I like Skyward Sword. Some people don't like it, but I don't want Nintendo to come out with a new console and then they get rid of the Switch eShop and Skyward Sword HD is no longer to be downloaded. I mean, there is a way. However, granted, there is a way for you to keep your digital games without having to bump into that issue. But let's be honest, that means you have to. I'm sorry about that. That means you will have to. Oh man, I hope I'm not gonna get copyright because of that crap. You're gonna have to take very good care of your Nintendo Switch. You're gonna have to take very good care of it. And then that means that micro SD card that you have on the Switch, you're gonna have to keep it in there at all times before Nintendo decides to pull the plug on the Nintendo Switch eShop. And then make sure you download all those games fast before, in the future, Nintendo announced that they're closing the eShop. Grab your Wii U, I don't care how many gigs you get, make sure you get a 1 terabyte or a freaking 523 gigabyte micro SD card and download all your games that you want on that Switch. And then keep it on that micro SD card and keep it on that Switch. Take good care of the Switch and the micro SD card, because if you don't, and they decide to pull the plug on the Nintendo Switch eShop, then those games are gone. Those games you bought, you can't download them. Again, you can't download again. You can't download them again. Just keep it on that SD card. That's the only way. That's the only way if you're doing digital only. But physical, honestly, you guys, I'm gonna have to start going physical only. It sucks, but I have no choice. Well, you guys, man, I'm really just hurt from this. Like, it's sad but true. Like, this is the truth right here. It sucks, but it's reality. We're gonna have to do something about this. This is the only guy in the 5. You guys enjoy the rest of your day.